Now, Indiana Republican lawmakers say they've got a fix to the state's controversial Religious Freedom and Restoration Act. A conference committee outlined the changes, which they hope changes the perception that Indiana's law will allow for discrimination based on sexual orientation or gender identity. Both the House and the Senate passed the measure late this afternoon. It's now on to Governor Pence. News 10's John Swanner has the story.
We're here to make it right. We're here to assure those who feel that the RFRA statute will discriminate against them, that it will not be used for that purpose.
That's the message House Speaker Brian Bosma had for all Hoosiers. He and other state Republican leaders held a news conference to detail Senate Bill 50. That's the so-called fix or clarification to RFRA.
We can unequivocally say that RFRA cannot be used to discriminate against anyone.
Senator Tim Linnane briefly detailed what state Democrats hope to see for Indiana. 1, a repeal of RFRA, and 2, protection against discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity written into the Indiana Code. He says the fix as written doesn't go far enough.
That is not included in our Indiana Civil Rights Act, and I want to make it clear, this document, this amendment to RFRA, does not do that.
In the end, the NCAA and Salesforce, who both voiced concerns about RFRA when it was passed, now say they're pleased with the proposed clarification.
We're very pleased with this first step. As the senator says, it's a journey. It's a very important first step, but it starts a dialogue that we're very excited about, and this is a great place to start and grow a business.
I'm John Swanner, News 10.
Can't we all just get along? Well, obviously we can't.
While some business owners have embraced the fix unveiled by legislative leaders, others are not so sure, even right here in Terre Haute. News 10's Lindsay Yates continues our team coverage tonight with one business owner who still opposes the changes.
Neil Ward has spent the last 20 years doing what he loves, cutting and styling hair, and he's not ashamed to admit he's a stereotype.
When you go into the salon and you see a guy doing hair, you automatically label him as gay.
And despite his thriving business, he's no stranger to discrimination.
You can just tell when someone is like, ooh, uncomfortable around you, still to this day.
So when Ward got word of the Religious Freedom Restoration Act, legislation that would essentially create legal protections for business owners with strong religious beliefs, he thought.
Everyone says, you know, love one another and can't we all just get along? Well, obviously we can't. And that's kind of sad.
As for the looming question, will the clarification be enough to calm the storm surrounding the new law? Ward says it does little to ease his concerns.
We need to have anti-discriminatory legislation passed into this bill or across the board.
Worrying the fix won't go far enough to repair the damaged view of Hoosier hospitality.
Honestly, I think the message is we didn't get our way. We have to allow same-sex couples to get married, but that's all we're going to do.
And as a businessman who's provided services for several weddings,
I have clients who completely disagree with the way that I live my life or what my religious beliefs are or things like that, but they're still my client.
Serving as a reminder, they proudly welcome all Hoosiers.
No, we are no longer going to be silent. We're not going back into the closet. We're here. We've always been here. We're not going anywhere.
In Terre Haute, with photojournalist Cody Murphy, Lindsay Yates, News 10.
The Religious Freedom Restoration Act goes into effect July 1st.